You know, it's the most translatable of what I used to be doing in fine dining. You know, I still get to cook and come up with products, and instead of, you know, seeing it go out to a diner and seeing the smile on their face, you know, I get to, you know, walk the grocery store aisles and see someone grab a product out of the freezer case and think, you know, hey, you know, we made that sauce, and they're going to go home and eat that now. That's kind of cool. So it's, you know, it's the same thing.
How much of your background allowed you to use it in the field that you are now, like your first undergrad?
You know, right now I'm in class right now too. I'm taking an online food science course to try to pick up the ology of culinology. You know, I'm trying to figure out the food science portion so I can get a certification in PRCA. So the culinary background's pretty solid, and then the undergrad, like I was mentioning, the color theory and the design principles in fine arts have helped a lot. You know, but you never, you know, don't think you're going to graduate and know everything you need for your field. It's just the beginning. You know? So
is your goal to get one of those certifications that you were talking about with that professional organization?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm working with Michael in the RCA, and I'm taking a course, and that ends in November, and hopefully I'll take a stab at the certification test for the certified research chef then. And last year, through ACF, I attained the certified executive chef certification. So there's, you know, you graduate and then you get a job, and then you keep learning and get certifications, and it never stops. It never stops.
I'm sorry, what organization did you get the certified executive chef?
It's the ACF, and that stands for the American Culinary Federation. And it's the largest, oldest, most prestigious culinary group in the United States, well, the world, really. So. This side room's a little quiet. You guys are doing good. You think that next to the oxygen source would be the most lively person in the room. So. Some other things we do, I mentioned trends research. I get paid to go out to restaurants and eat food and bring back the things that I see. Did I sell you on the career there? No. Okay. It's not quite that simple. I mean, I don't like just get paid to go out to eat. When we're traveling, our team especially is encouraged. How about I put it that way? Encouraged to go out and try new foods at restaurants that are, you know, kind of on the bleeding or cutting edge of what's being done, and bring back menus and put that into you know, into the the ammunition for the ideations. You know, hey, you know, I saw something being done really cool at this place in San Francisco. How about if we try that? But only, you know, that's the kind of things we could do. So that's a fun part of the job right there. I love doing that. I love, you know, trying and it's not only just going out and eating, but just reading and you know, magazines and professional journals and websites, and going to conferences and just sort of trying to keep your thumb on the pulse of all the new stuff that's coming out. Because right now it's a really exciting time for food. You know, it all kind of starts up with fine dining, okay, from restaurants, and kind of has this trickle down pattern. Okay. But you know, in 5 to 7 years, the stuff that's, you know, being attempted in some of the higher end restaurants, some of those find their way down into sort of the casual dining, and then even into, you know, when I say QSR, anyone know what QSR means? Quick serve restaurant, that's fast food. You'll hear that term outside of your classroom eventually. And it, you know, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, Chipotle, not the restaurant. Don't shake your head. Not the restaurant, but the flavor. Okay, it's who knows what a Chipotle is? Okay, a smoked what? Oh, yeah, jalapeno. And anyway, so no one 25 years ago in the United States, nobody had ever heard of a jalapeno, you know, unless you're, you know, from South America or you know, south of the border. No one had really ever heard of what a Chipotle was, but suddenly became, you know, now there's entire, you know, franchise named after it, and you can go down to the Wooden Nickel and have raspberry Chipotle dipped with your mozzarella cheese curds or whatever it is. But You know, that's a typical example of a chef somewhere brought, you know, hey, here's this unknown ingredient, I'm gonna put it on my menu, and people try it, they like it, they wanna eat it at home, and so those are the kind of things we try to identify now and see what's going on now in fine dining, because in 5 years, that could become a common, you know, a common ingredient or a common food, and we wanna try to get there before our competitors do. Makes sense, right? So that's trends research, customer interaction. I'll go out to, when I say food service, I'll go out to our key accounts, the people that buy our products, and work with their teams to show them how to utilize the things that they're buying from us and do in different ways. Okay, I worked briefly for General Mills, and that was all I did full time was travel. That's one of the reasons I'm not there anymore. I didn't like that. But I would go on the road, and I would go to college universities and teach them how to use Bisquick in new and exciting ways. You know, hey, it's not just for pancakes anymore. You can make cookies and scones. And so that's just one form of customer interaction. Another one is working trade shows and conferences and sort of being a face to the company, coming and talking to culinology classes, and going to just sort of being a spokesperson for the company. You know, guys in white jackets somehow, for some reason, command some sort of respect. I don't know why, but so they like to use this a lot to conferences, trade shows, commercials, publications. Various forms of media. Recently we had an interview with Andrew Zimmern of Bizarre Foods, and I'm on his website right now, and we're talking about the Schwan Food Company new products that we're launching. We did a thing with the Food Network. We were on Top Chef. So there's a lot of different alternate channels to advertising than just putting a print ad in a newspaper. You know, and that's what they seem to look to our group a lot for. So that's not uncommon, and that's becoming a big part of corporate chefs and culinology is adapting this presentation skills. So if you're not comfortable doing it, start looking at that as that's a skill set you need to learn how to do. So, you got a question?
Yeah. What's the average time of actually picking an idea and then putting it out on the market? What's the average?
It depends how big of an idea and how much money is thrown at it. But it can be as short as 6 months or as long as 2.5 years. So,
you name a product that took 6 months and a product that took 2.5 years?
Yeah. Pizza Amore, if you go to the grocery store, it's under the Freshetta brand. It's the first frozen pre-sliced pizza that comes on a bake tray. You take it right from the box into your oven. You don't need to get a sheet pan, or you don't need to get foil, and it comes pre-cut. And we use a proprietary cutting technology that uses a water jet, and it's also super premium. It's got the best ingredients you can put on a frozen pizza in the country, anywhere. And so that was like, came out of an ideation. We were like, okay, our consumers are telling us that they want this, 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 this. Well, let's just put all that in one product. And then, here's this, we call it BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal. And here's this big idea that we're going to try to put everything into one product. And it was a lot of work. I mean, there were multiple teams working on that, and it took over 2 years from concept to launch. So, some quicker turnaround ones. I mean, home service side of the business, where we have, like I said, 400 items in a catalog, and it's all seasonal. And catalog comes out, every couple months. With the seasons, we have to have new products that appeal to summer, winter, fall, and also East, Midwest, West Coast. It's this big matrix of products, and that's continuously evolving and changing. And some of those, I mean, we might not develop them all, but we'll go and talk to somebody who can produce it for us. And it might be from idea to the time it's available in the catalog, a couple of months. You know, can you make this? Sure. Okay, we'll take 4 triplodes. You know, it's done. So,